Freedom Island. So I was trying to figure out how to get hold of Ted Edward Jones's channel because I looked on his See More thing, or there's something you should push under there and you can see the whole description. And I couldn't find anything like a website or a email or anything like that to get hold of them. But then I noticed that one of the things he had on there was about downloading, not downloading. That's the thing, is you don't have to download it. You don't have to download it, put it on your computer. You can just look at it. They have a ebook, electronic book that you can read on the computer screen. And it's something where you get Adobe. You get Adobe Acrobat. Adobe Acrobat. You have to put that on your computer. And then it'll make stuff pop up I don't know, it's like pictures of it, and it pops up like a window on your computer. I have that on my computer, and so you use that to get these books. And he has this book or pamphlet, it reminds me of is like a religious tract. You ever get a religious tract, somebody puts one in your grocery bag at the store or something, and, it's John 3:16 or something like that. It's like that. Is what it looked like to me. But instead of being religion, it was scary. The front of it, a lot of times on the front of those, they'll put like tribulation or Armageddon on the front to scare people, which I don't agree with. If you don't love Jesus just because he's Jesus, then I don't think you should scare people like kids and all that. That's another thing to talk about. Sometimes on the front of these tracts, they'll put, you can tell it's the beast, the 666 beast is coming, it's wrecking the earth and things is blowing up and the sky's all like ominous, like a storms and all that stuff. That's what this looked like on the front, like a religious tract. On the inside, the pamphlet was called, let me think here. It's called Your Freedom, Your Rights Are Your Responsibility. And all the R's are like red, like big red R's, all the letter R's. And that made me think about learning how to use my phone that I got through the food stamps. It doesn't sound like that goes together, but it does, because if you get food stamps and you go get signed up, after you turn in your paper at the counter, or like you have to get recertified, you turn in your papers to whoever's at the window behind the plexiglass there. And then you have to go sit to wait for a social worker to come out and get you. I mean, now they do it on the phone or different ways because of COVID, but this is before COVID, right? You turn in your papers, and then you have to go sit in a room to the side, and you just wait and 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 wait. And one at a time, they take your paper. You know how they used to take a number to get your oil changed or something like that at the garage? Well, it's like that. I think they must have some kind of number back behind the counter by when you turn your paper in. But no matter how early it is, you're going to wait a long time. You better bring a book or acrostics or something with you, because you're going to be there a while. That room that you go in where you wait for the social worker is called Rights and Responsibility Room. I guess you're supposed to sit in there and think about your responsibilities. I don't think they're really thinking about your rights. I think they're thinking about your responsibilities. I think you're supposed to sit in there and while you're waiting on your social worker and think about all the mistakes you ever made, or I don't know. But anyway, so rights and responsibility, when I saw that in Ted Edward Jones's Adobe Acrobat pamphlet, made me think of the Rights and Responsibility Room. It made me think about food stamps, and that made me think about how I have a smartphone that's in my top bureau drawer. I have a regular flip phone, the kind I've always had, but they want you in the social work, they want you to have a smartphone now, because that's how they want to send you like messages. They want to get hold of you. They want to do the calendar for your appointments and different things you have to do. So you can get a smartphone for free, and the Wi-Fi or whatever, cell, whatever that is that you use to get on it, you get it for free. And they gave a booklet that came with it, but I never started it up or anything because I've got the flip phone, and I understand that. That's like a phone, buttons. I started thinking about getting on the Ted Edward Jones's channel and all that stuff. And I thought, I should get that smartphone out and plug it in. So I went and got it and plugged it in, because I thought I got to learn to use this, because I think some of these things I need to do, it's harder to do them on a regular computer. There's things now that you can't do on a computer. You have to do them on a smart. And I don't know how, but I got that part figured out that I got to at least have the smartphone. I can't do anything on it if I don't have it plugged in and started. So I found it. It has a little cord and a little plug-in, and for a little while I had trouble because I couldn't find the little. There's like a cord, and then there's a part that goes to the wall to plug in, and I couldn't find the part that plugs into the wall. But it turns out that little plug-in thing, it goes with a lot of different ones. If you have something else, and the kids and everybody around here has about 42 digital because they're all digital. I'm the only one that's not digital. So they all have a bunch of those little plug-ins, and it turns out it don't matter which cord it is, you can use any one. So I've hunted around in the junk drawer, papers drawer, and this and that and the other, and I found one, and I got it plugged in. So it said beep when I plugged it in, and then it said updating system, and I don't remember what else. So I just left it to kind of, like you're going to put on a pot of beans or something, and you don't watch it. I just left it to do whatever it's going to do for a while. So while the smartphone was charging up, and it does, it has a little battery thing at the top, just like a cell phone does. You can just look when it's all, full up. So I could see it had a way to go yet. So I went back and I thought, I'm not really sure how much I think this Ted Edward Jones is really like an educational type guy. Is his goal really to make me like a smarter person, like a teacher, to really help me understand the world and improve me? I don't think so. I think he's trying to look for people to help him, Uncle Boyce and other bad people, to do bad things. So they have got something in these materials that if you can understand what they're saying, then you can participate. Maybe they just tell each other, if you know other people that's already doing this, like people you work with or something, and they're already in this network, they would tell you. But since I don't know anybody except Boyce, A, he's in jail, and B, even if he wasn't in jail, I wouldn't ask him. And I'm not asking nobody in this house anything because I already feel like they are suspicious of me the way it is. Look at all the work I do to hide from them. So I thought to myself, I got to look in this booklet myself and see what I can find. So I started at the beginning. It was just a lot of tirade and carrying on about the government and the secret entities. But then, when I got far enough in it, it said, there was like a little box in there, and it said that if you were interested in having some meetups to discuss these subjects of being a better American, by which they mean overthrow the government, that it was a private network where you could find out the dates of the meetup, and it was for their security. Of course, they're the ones that's scared, right? It's not us that's scared of them. They're scared of us. These terrible government snoopers and regular people that is, asleep in their mind and don't really understand the real truth about the entities and all that. Regular people is dangerous. So they have got to protect and take care of themselves by being in a private network that is secure, blah, 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 blah. So I got all that. It said that you could text a number someplace and then you would get a text back of what you should do next. I know how to text a number because way back when Daddy and Mom was alive and we all got along better than we do now, we used to sit in this house, My brother bought this house off the bank, but this used to be all of our house. And we used to sit in the front room and we'd all watch American Idol. My brother will deny it now. He feels foolish now, but he used to like American Idol. He didn't like Adam Lambert. There's certain ones he didn't like, and I don't even want to say why he didn't like them. But there was other ones where him and I did agree. He used to be different. He didn't used to care so much what people looked like or external things so much. If they could sing, they could sing. And that's the way we both were one time. And he wouldn't say, but I could tell when I looked at him that we liked some of the same ones. And that's what you would do then is you would take the phone And if you was voting for somebody, you would text a certain number in there, and then it would just kind of like bounce you back out, like you put a number in, and then it would send you back like a robot message that said your vote has been counted for this week's competition or something like that. I feel kind of sad sometimes thinking about how it was, but a lot of things happen, and maybe it's not anybody's fault. I don't know how everybody's family is, but I imagine a lot of them, it's the same thing. Somebody gets sick, or somebody gets in a situation, or there's trouble, or they run out of money, or somebody marries somebody they don't like, or whatever. Whatever you used to have. It wasn't never the Waltons. Don't get me wrong. Nobody was saying goodnight, John Boy, at our house. But we could used to sit all in the same room, watch TV. Yeah, it's a different time. Anyway, so when I saw about texting the number, I knew what they meant for this stupid Ted Edward Jones secret spy clubhouse decoder ring. Well, I knew how to do it. That's the important part. And it was a good thing it took a while for the smartphone to charge up because I had to think about it. I thought, do I want to send a number? For one thing, is it illegal? Like, I already have a drug conviction on my record. And I would have had this other thing that had to do with my brother and all that, where it looked like I relapsed and I took the hit for dumb thing that he did with some stuff that he didn't have the receipt for. But they dropped that one out of the court system because of COVID overload, so we lucked out on that one. But I'm not in a good position to be doing things that's going to blip up and cause problems for me in the system. I'm already trying to get a good job. I'm already trying to get a better place to live that's not here. I got so many things I need help with, and I don't want to go to jail. So I thought, should I put this number? But then I thought, again, they put it right on the YouTube. I mean, and you download the book. It can't be illegal to send them this number. It's not like you're agreeing to do something bad, like if you want to blow up, a federal building, push 2. It's just to put a set of numbers in. But I thought, okay, I'm going to do it on this government phone. But if it causes trouble, I'll say that somebody stole it from me or I lost it. Because they don't know that I'm the one that turned it on. I don't think they can tell who turned it on. Because you can plug it in any place and start it up. I don't think, I hope not anyway, but I don't think they can tell where you're at. I mean, they have that GPS in it, but I think I don't know, actually. You know what? I'm going to stop for now. This feels like something, if you're going to do this, you got to be clear in your mind. And I don't know if it's kind of rainy outside and that makes me kind of sleepy usually anyway, or I didn't sleep that good last night. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe it was thinking about us all sitting around watching American Idol. I don't know. I'm going to let this sit for a while and see what I think when my mind is clearer. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. But if I get into any kind of trouble, I don't want to be sitting there thinking about myself. I knew not to do it, and I did it anyway because I was foolish. I've had enough of that kind of experience for a whole life already, and I've got quite a few more years to live. I don't want any more of it. All right, I'm going to let this go for now, and then we'll see what I think. I'm going to look at it tomorrow. I'm going to go back and I put a bookmark on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to go back and look tomorrow and see what do I think then.